welcome back to Nobody's Beauty Guru. Today we're going to talk trash. I have all my garbage from November. We're going to take a look at it. I've split this up between like my full-size stuff and my samples because I have a ton of samples to go through as well. So let's jump right into my garbage. If you're interested in my other garbage, used up products, finished products videos, I'll have those linked up above. But let's jump right into it with some hair care, which I don't usually talk about, but this is the Ion Deep Repair Leave-In Treatment. This is just a leave-in conditioner that I really like. Again, my hair's slightly color treated, so I need it. And I finished this guy up and I love it. I will be repurchasing these. They are sulfate free, safe for my hair, and I love them. I also have another random. This is my Pro Enamel Gentle Whitening Sensodyne toothpaste, just in case you were interested in what I use on my teeth. That's what it is. I have my standard, my e.l.f. makeup wipes. You guys know you're gonna see these in every single video. I have 3 of those this month because makeup. And also, if you have not seen my Makeup Geek collection and swatch video, I'll link that up above. I used a lot of those. NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. This was also a part of my Project Pan and Pan That Palette update videos, but this empty was not actually in those videos. I was using like a smaller one that I would transfer this into, so I figured I would show you guys this. This is done. Also a part of my Project Pan was my Catrice Liquid Waterproof Liquid Concealer. This is in light beige. This was done. I took the stopper out, I emptied this out, and then moved it into like a little tiny pot to finish. So this guy's gone. Also finished my IT Cosmetics CC Cream in Light. I love this stuff. I already had a backup, so I'm set. I'm using that again. I finished up a Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil Be Joyful Vanilla Apricot Hand Lotion. This stuff is so good. It smells good. It's very moisturizing. I don't know that I would necessarily repurchase it again because I'm swimming in hand lotion samples, but it's very nice. I finished up an e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel. This is a full-size product. I love this in my brows. It's $2. It works just as good as like an Anastasia. Actually doesn't leave you quite as crispy, but does leave the control. I love this stuff. I also finished a Physicians Formula Organic Wear Mascara. This was in Ultra Black. I know that Tati from Glam Life Guru raves about this stuff. I used it up completely, but I mean, it didn't do anything fantastic. It's got like a big chunky wand on it with tiny, tiny bristles. It separated my lashes. It made them black, but it didn't do much by way of volume or lengthening. I really go for length and it didn't do much, so I probably will not be repurchasing that. I did, however, love my Essence Lash Princess, and this was phenomenal. I will probably buy the duo pack. It's like this one and the teal one to see which one I prefer, but this, for the price point, I loved, and I think this will probably end up being my go-to mascara. I finished up my ColourPop Swerve eye pencil. There's nothing left in this. This was just their black gel eyeliner. I have already reordered one of these and I'm already using it. It's amazing. It is the only thing that truly stays in my waterline without fail. It even has beat out my NYX Très Jolie, a black pencil. This beats it out. And this is cheaper than that. I think the NYX one's around 12. This one is 6. So I'm a die-hard ColourPop liner now. Also have a NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This one was in chocolate. This guy is gone. There's nothing left in here. I like these. Nothing wrong with them. Again, these are pricier than my newest love, and that is the e.l.f. brow pencils. These I think are also $2 or $3. These are amazing. They're not as fine of a point as this one, but I find that this does what I needed to do for my brows. Looks more natural, actually fills in without seeing as sharp of a brow. These I don't think I'll be repurchasing anymore because I prefer the e.l.f. one now. I also have, this is the spoilery part because I did do a video purging and going through my ColourPop collection, and I have a couple that unfortunately have dried up, and I'm sure I could find a way to re-wet them and make them work again, but I don't want to mess with creams and keep them past their due date. So I have 6 of these that have just crumbled to nothing. This is Party Time, which bums me out. It's just like a cracking cemented mess. I have Rex, which is this amazing like blue, purple, black duochrome amazingness. That's gone. The same with this. This is Bay, and this is that like blue-brown color kind of a vibe from MAC, and I have this in a Wet n Wild shadow and a Makeup Geek shadow, so I'm not going to keep this and try to re-wet it when I have other shadows that won't go bad as quickly because they're not cream. This was K-Pop Beverly. This has dried out too. This actually came in a set and was mistakenly put in a set. Like, it was not the color that should have come. So it's not one that I actually ordered, but all the same, I liked it. It's just dried up. This one super bummed me out. This one is in Rebel. It's an amazing khaki green, but it is just dry beyond dry. I cannot use this. It's never a video unless something overheats. So let's keep going. The last ColourPop color that I cannot keep, unfortunately, is Bill. This is another one that I really, really liked, but it is just drier than dry. This was a great matte transition color, and I actually really like their mattes. So I do have plenty more that I was able to keep, and you know, a couple that I'm actually going to be giving away, but this is gone. It doesn't work for me anymore. So unfortunately, that is that trash, and I'm really bummed out, but it did kind of remind me to just not order cream products if I know I'm not going to use them in time. So let's jump into the samples. First up are two of these Fat Girl Slim Arm Candy samples. These smell like peppermint. They're supposed to be firming arm lotions. I don't like them. They have little like Jimmy Sprinkle looking things in them. It leaves a residue on my arms. Don't care for them, but I wanted to try to use them up and get rid of those. This one is the Loving Care Body Balm by a whole bunch of French stuff on the front of it. I was able to use this on my arms and legs. It was a pretty big sample, so I used that on my arms and legs, and it was pretty nice. I used it at night after a shower. I used the Boscia Luminizing Black Face Mask. This was a peel-off mask. The only caveat with this is that you have to make sure you put on an even, thick enough layer, or else peeling this off feels like the 7th layer of hell on your face. So other than that, it did great at cleaning out pores and whatnot because, ouch. I also finished up a First Aid Beauty Pure Skin Face Cleanser. I have another one of these already, and I really do like it. So yeah, this was really gentle, and I used it with my little like face brush to just clean off. After my e.l.f. makeup wipes, I would use this to just make sure I deep cleaned a little bit better, and then I'd use a toner, and I really enjoyed this. So this is something I would consider purchasing. I also tried a sample of the Simple Micellar Cleansing Water, and as like a third cleanser step, like after my e.l.f. wipes and maybe the First Aid Beauty, I could use this just to make sure everything was really off, but on its own, it didn't do anything, and around my eyes, it was not strong enough to do anything, so not my favorite. Also finished up the Avene Eau Thermale Thermal Spring Water. This was just an aerosol can spray of water. I used this up for the most part over the summer, and the kids actually really loved it. My nieces and nephews really loved it. But yeah, I would just keep this in my purse as a little refresher if I started to feel like gross or dry or whatever, and I liked it. Is it something I will purchase? No, I don't think it's necessary, but I got it in a subscription service and it was cool to use it and try it out. I also have an unlabeled, and I don't have the little like paper that went with this anymore, but this was like a tea tree oil blemish treatment from a vegan beauty box that I got a really long time ago, and it just has like a little roller ball, and if you had a little bump or a spot come up, you could rub that on there, and it was supposed to dry it up. It did fine. I used it every time I felt like I had a little blemish coming up, and I never got full whiteheads, so I guess it worked really well. I have since then purchased the Mario Badescu drying lotion, and I don't necessarily need to repurchase anything, and I don't know what this was anyway. I finished up a Better Than Sex mascara sample. I'm not gonna go into detail because you guys know all about that. And then an Anastasia clear brow gel. It was fine. It left your brows like cemented onto your face. I actually prefer other ones that hold but don't leave them crunchy, so I'm not gonna repurchase this. I tried a Stay Flawless, which I believe is a Benefit pore filler. I don't know what brand Stay Flawless is. It was just a little pod of like a pore filling primer. It worked very well, but again, I have other pore fillers that I really, really enjoy, so I won't need to purchase another pore filler. I have my go-tos, my Dr. Brandt, my NYX, so yep, won't need to purchase that, but it worked fine. And then this one is a mineral primer. The little packaging on this is different. So this one is Broad Spectrum SPF 15, oil-free. No, these are the same exact thing. They're just in different packaging. This I actually really liked, and it's why I picked up the Angel Veil from NYX, because they said that this was comparable to this. This is like a white cream as well. This is a white cream, but with like almost an iridescent sheen to it. It left the skin really, really nice for your makeup afterwards. It has the SPF in it, which I appreciate. I'm not sure what the like iridescent blue shift to it was or what that was all about, but I actually really, really did like these samples. Will I purchase it? Probably not, because there's other ones that I can get that are a lot more affordable, but I did really like these. Two of the Smashbox Photo Finish. This is just a silicone primer. I do like silicone primers. Don't have a problem with them making anything slip too much. I use them everywhere but my T-zone where I use my pore fillers, and I like these. I don't hate it, but it's not like my favorite thing in the whole wide world, but whenever I get a sample, I will use it, so that's fine. L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur. This is, again, a pore filler. I got this in a magazine, I think, as a sample. You guys know I don't use L'Oreal products, so I figured I would try it since it came in the magazine, but not something I'm going to repurchase. Did it do a good job? Yeah, I mean, it did fine in terms of like a drugstore pore filler, but I do think that there's plenty of affordable, cruelty-free options. I don't think that you need to run out and get this one, but it did okay. Let's get into some face products. So I have my Ole Henriksen Sheer Transformation Facial Cream. I got this, I believe, in a Play by Sephora. It is empty. I'm actually going to wash this out and use this for depotting, but this was very nice. It was my nighttime cream. It did just fine. I did not use this under the eyes. I just used it on the rest of my face. And it was nice. It was nothing that made me like jump up and go bananas, but it was okay. And then I got the Clinique Moisture Surge Extended Thirst Relief Gel Cream, and I used this twice, I think. I actually really did like the way that this made my skin feel, but again, they're not cruelty free. I'm not going to be purchasing from them, but if you're interested and you like Clinique products, then this is actually pretty nice. I used up a Lancome Energie de Vive. This was a smoothing and glow boosting liquid care primer slash moisturizer. It had a very strong smell, almost like paint kind of a smell. And it was a liquid almost, like not a gel, not a lotion, like a liquidy. And it left my skin like tacky. I did not like the way that this left my skin, but I finished it. I used it up. I was not a fan. So that's a no for me. And then I used up the Air Repair Super Hydrating Eye Cream, Ultra Soothing Antioxidant Eye Care Formula. I used this only underneath my eyes. This is the one that had cloudberry extract in it. I don't know what a cloudberry is, but I liked it. There was next to nothing in this thing, but it, you know, it did fine. It hydrated. It didn't depuff necessarily. It didn't really de-wrinkle, but I did feel nice and hydrated underneath of there. So it was fine. I like getting these samples and trying different products, but it was nothing that made me like go, I have to have this in my life. I have some fragrances. This one I can't find, and I know it's empty, and I think it fell out of the basket because the basket has holes in it. This is the Mon Paris Yves Saint Laurent perfume. I actually ended up liking this, and I thought I wasn't going to like it at all because it had something in there. I had like musk and patchouli, and I thought I was going to hate it. I actually did like it. So I looked into buying it and then went, nope, because I have tons of perfume samples and I don't need to do that. I also used up the Tokyo Milk Light. This is a Transformation Eau de Parfum. I liked this one as well. Had no problems using that. That one I have, where is it? It's right here. It came in a sprayer, which I appreciate. This is something I would buy if I was in the market for perfumes, but I'm not. But it is really nice. I really like it. Then I have a couple of the Clean Reserve. This is the Blonde Rose and the Suede Ode. I don't know. These are the ones that came with like next to nothing. They were both like down here. I got like one use out of each of these, but I actually really do like the Clean Reserve scents. Both of these were very, very nice. I enjoyed those. Then I have 3 Jo Malone. This is the Wild Bluebell Cologne. This one was way too floral. I did not like this one as much. That was too florally. The Blackberry and Bay one is amazing. Absolutely amazing. These all have sprayers as well. And then this one is the Mimosa and Cardamom. I wasn't as pleased with this one, but in general, I do like the Jo Malone scents. And I used all these no problem, so I did enjoy them. So that was all of my empties for the month of November. I am sure I will have more for you by the end of December, and I will continue using up these small samples and showing you guys the things that I use and whether or not I like them or not. It's a great way for me to also do little tiny reviews on things that have come in my different Sephora Play or Birchbox or Ipsy bags. This is a place to look for those kinds of samples because I do try to work through them and then put them into these videos for you. So if you liked taking a look at my trash, be sure to give this video a big old thumbs up, click subscribe, and I will see all of you in my next video.